My name is missing, but Tonts, we can add later. Should be name on bottom, but I can see. But anyway, Tonts from Estonian Transport Administration. And I'm talking about the intelligent access, e-waybills, and eFTI developments in Estonia. Which place you can see it better here. So, yeah, it's working here, but this way is better maybe to comment. There are 3 levels: CMR paper, eFTI directive, and I can try to point here. EU has signed 2021 directive for freight data information. Shortly, I show some slides about this, and for road owners, maybe it's more interesting. The 96 directive final draft it will be updated in coming years. It will contain zero electric vehicles, increasing loads, and one interesting is intelligent access policy. Shortly comment this also. And there are 3 levels: freight data and freight plus intelligent access data. What I'm actually leading in Estonia Transport Agency, bulk material e-waybills. We have some slides there. And the most complicated is abnormal loads, so-called. It contains freight data and intelligent access data. In future directive will be saying what this definition means. It's telematics and more complicated things. But you can later click if you get slides and see more closely. We have hyperlinks. So first point is eFTI. It's most strongest and directive and very powerful actually. And it's just started. Actually, it started 2020, as you see, but some things we've read marked it's delayed, and now in December there will be some regulation, like a block change or not block change and such kind. And in February, we'll start standard will be published, and in spring it will be more fun for service providers and such kind of things. You can actually start building up the service since February if you get standard published. It's very soon, and every country must accept in EU country 2026 June must accept digital paper. It's voluntary, but if some driver comes, you must accept not to send back to neighbor country. So, but you can click and go deeper. Our ministry is running a mega project that's just started to pilot eFTI for you. It got 50% money from EU, and 50 you have to put yourself, and contacts are below. Eva Killerin and Ulrika Hurt and the others. And this homepage you can see more later there if you click there. But the most important is there are orange countries marked, and these countries are our partners in this mega project. You see very conservative Germany even is marked as orange and want to go digital by 2026. And also France and Italy and Austria and Portuguese, Finland, Lithuania, Estonia. And Estonia is leading this project, and there are some gray marked observer countries also, like the closest is Ireland here, I can see, and Netherlands. So more than half Europe we can see is coming to be digital very soon. And this is draft, what will be published in February, a bit delayed. But it will standardize all data fields. So you have actually like a common language talking everybody suddenly And everybody else, of course, all over the planet can follow the EU standard. And data is most important in nowadays, as you see. And what I show, sorry. This is multimodal FTI directive, road, railway, air, waterway. But at the moment, we pilot the most complicated maybe road, because it's back the aeroplanes, air transport is more digital already on waterways, but road is most not very advanced system. But now it will be upgraded and piloted a lot, so everybody will hear in coming years about these pilots. And we can see what else. This is architecture. If you would like to see more technically what service providers, FTI service platform providers are below. And every country or bigger logistic company has FTI. So like our transport agency or tax office or police, we can access via supercomputer, not 100 different service providers. And neighbor countries, EU cross-border, this directive is cross-border transport. You can access centrally, they communicated with the same standard language. So it's not anymore long future. It's started to be piloted a lot, and we have actually did with Finland 7 years already, different pilots. So it's working up to Poland at the moment. We have tested Mayanos, maybe Lithuania, Latvia, and Finland and Poland piloted 2 years ago, but it's really can be cloud-based. And one important thing is must be machine readable, not some funny pictures of paper what you make with photograph and say this is digital and you can access by cloud. No, it must be machine readable. And this February, data fields will create this common language. So it looks easy so far. Our regulation is what we have the electronic system included already 2 years. If it's electronic, you must have not 7 component what is on paper, but also first name, surname, and we have an ID code also, and car and trailer number also. So you can actually digitally check if its taxes have been paid, if it's passed vehicle control, if it's safe enough, and if driver has right permissions to drive at all. So it, as a transport agency, we'd like to improve safety also on roads. Digitally, you can do with data a lot, background checking and whatever law is allowing. This GDPR is actually, we have analyzed, it's actually business data. It's not personal data, it's business. If it's, you want to be a safe driver when you have to send data to cloud and allow us to access in some data. It's regulated by law, but every office can access some certain data fields only. And of course, log files also will access it, and it's very secure. And our digital country, you can click later and you can apply actually this card. Everybody can apply by post this card if you click here, e-residence, and use our systems and test them. But you can citizenships, but you can create an EU company if you want. Such kind of things. Very shortly, also, a second point, I'm actually managing in our transport agency this bulk material, very small internal waybills, and it's 5% of market, road, sand and gravel, asphalt transport. And we have signed 10 different parties like building unions and tax office police digitally memorandum in 2020, what we are going to go digital. And next year, we will be, as a mandatory, in 1st of January, we will demand e-waybills only digital for bulk material transport. Sorry. So, and this is some contract appendix 16. How does it look? We just write demands, and version 2 for mass control is also for static weight or onboard weights. What we are going to pilot, but this 2 sheets of requirements is in our building contracts. And we have 3 samples, a waybuilder who is providing service long time, 5 years. Now coming also next year plan logging. And we happy we have a can we feel complete to read this onboard BIM system, weight system to see a full mass of vehicle and to protect the road infra. And this is on the cargo.com. We can also send GPS signal and put the actual mass here, not some fake mass, but actual via car or computer. And intelligent access, we have piloted it since 2010. Australia is actually #1 in our planet, 2006. And now will be in EU directive also soon. What does it mean, intelligent access? And who likes to click see the report? I'm also in this working group. And this is Estonian sample, this well open top page, and you can see what does it mean. And our regulations also, and we have picked up the GPS signal for 52 tons. If you, it's like a win-win situation. If you share the data out, you get more efficient tool to deliver the cargo. And you pay 500 euro per year, and each municipality 100, and you can access as a normal transport under control. And it's working technically. And some other systems, how you apply here, you can later see. And of course, my dream is that actually one day we know what truck actually is weighing. And this is a big question, how to dynamically on the driving pick up the signal and send to cloud, and you actually know it's not overloaded or not. 21st century, but still a lot of static mass is easy, but it takes half an hour or 1 hour to police, but dynamic mass. And digitally you can control with intelligent access, but it's still enough safety factor, 10 or 20% for asphalt pavement and bridges on 50% or more, but not 7 times or 11 like elevators, we have safety factors. So it's like a computer came anyway in 2050 vision. If you even think to 2030s, maybe a bit early for intelligent access. But we have tested here that Scania Volvo is only 1% error for total mass from onboard vehicle. And you can click here later in English summary also. And if you like more, when you come to TRA, Neighbor Island in April, we tried to publish 36 pages. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tavy. Thank you. Yeah, we got time for some questions. I wonder if our audience have any question.
So the data you can collect directly from the trucks, that would be a good data set to calculate the CO2 emissions as well, right?
Sorry,
so the data you collect in your system, that would allow to calculate accurately the CO2 emissions as well.
CO2 is, yeah, of course, easy if you have all vehicle computer data and formulas how to calculate. There was some samples also. I guess some private delivery companies, they already calculate their cargoes, and I guess yes. Oh, sorry. We can go back by. This is easy keyboard. Let me show. We just meet with third service provider Cargos.com, and we just showed that we have CO2. You can see green below the calculator. CO2 labor.
Almost the answer to the certificate this morning about the data.
Yeah, data is going to be like computer games, and it's starting since February actually, when the standard will be published in EU official webpage. No, let's say maybe March. It's already 1 year delayed, but okay, still in big picture. I have a draft in my computer actually 60-70 pages, and I put just note that there is missing still freight, cross weight. I'd like to see like a road owner mass, like a holy grail, as you say, mass, not to collapse bridge or not to airplane is most sensitive, not to load wrong way this freight. So I asked them to put mass, freight mass also. Let's see if they put to this standard and will be published. But this intelligent access directive is more fun for as a road owners. This is car data and road data and such kind of things. FT directive contains only freight data, what is on top of a vehicle. But it's also very good for starting. Okay, thank you for the question. It's coming to be interesting. But you should come to Ireland, the neighbor.
Yeah, it's not really, well, the question I have is partly related to the presentation, but as far as I remember, and I may be wrong on that, Estonia has very high level of rail freight in the modal split, no?
Rail,
yeah.
Railway. We are building Rail Baltica to Warsaw.
A lot of freight in Estonia goes on rail, no?
And since we closed the border to east,
yeah,
not anymore.
Well,
now we build south, north to Warsaw.
I thought it was still one of the highest countries, highest proportion in Europe. But I noticed the heavy vehicle 52 tons. So I was just going to ask how that interacts with the railways. Is it poaching some traffic from?
It's a good question. But freight used to be a year ago, and a lot of oil transit west east, but now it's cut. And we build Rail Baltica south north corridor. But 52 tons is of course competitor. But it's been since 2010 already. We have used to. But at the moment, after 2 days, we have already reported 60 ton. We go up and calculate, but that's a question. But